pretty much going straight ahead, aren't we?
Yeah.
That's that point. Coming on back into La Cruz right now. Spinnaker up today. There's a little bit of a beer can race out here for the locals.
Yeah, nice, super calm day. Perfect spinnaker sailing day. But coming into La Cruz to get a few things done because we're heading out soon.
Most exciting, we've got a patron coming on board who's going to crew with us from here all the way back around Baja up to Puerto San Carlos, Magdalena Bay.
Yeah, we're super excited. We're going to have Lori on board. And yeah, she's going to join us for the sail.
We have a few last minute errands to do. Like Hillary said, we're going to run into tomorrow. Where are we going? Into Vallarta tomorrow, which is a long way in.
Yep.
We want to do some chart copies if we can. There's a little chart library here. We also want to get some adhesive to fix our foam on the mattress.
Our foam, our mattress. And we're also going to try and check out, there's a seminar, a really cool seminar. They have a bunch of stuff going on for the puddle jump, for people crossing the Pacific, free seminars. But there's one tomorrow on offshore first aid and safety that sounds kind of cool to go to.
Yeah, we'll check that out. Should be good stuff.
Yeah, and then we have to do some provisioning. And that's about it.
Fishing lines are out. We have not caught anything in Banderas Bay. I don't think there's any fish here. Not for fishermen like us anyways.
New Zealand to Fiji. North America. Mexico to Panama. We're at PV Sailing, which is kind of like a little cruiser's lounge in the cruise here. They have a lending library of a bunch of chart books, nautical books, guidebooks, all sorts of reference type stuff. And also an awesome chart library that has a crazy amount of charts. We're going through, picking out what we think we need, and we're going to take them into an Office Depot where they can copy them, and we're hoping that they can actually digitize them rather than having to have a huge stack of paper charts. Yeah, there's all these different like close-up ones of like certain coasts of each island, and it's like the south coast and the north coast of each. I don't know if we need this. Probably not. It's a large overview. It's like Panama to Cape Horn. Probably not.
I feel like that would be a good one.
Just like a very, very...
Because it's a good one to satisfy probably like China Navy or whoever you might run into as well. A large overview is sometimes good for us to plot a general course or look at.
Okay. So there's Easter Island.
Let's pull up, I guess.
Let's go up with this here. With our charts in hand, we grab the first bus towards Puerto Vallarta, beginning the long 1.5 hour journey into town. We're at Office Depot now, and we're checking to see if they can do some digital scans. Fingers crossed. Super excited. They have this big fancy machine that they can scan them with and actually digitize them rather than having to print out a giant paper copy and store all that. And it's way cheaper to scan them as well. It's only 25 pesos, a little over $1, versus about $5 to print one. While paper charts are definitely a great backup to have in case of failed electrical systems, we made the decision that the practicality of carrying so many hard copies was not worth the cost or the space that they take to store. On board Varuna, we already had several large overview paper charts, as well as sections of the Central and South American coastline that we planned to visit. These will serve as our backup, And scanning these additional charts and inputting them into our OpenCPN software will allow for easy electronic charting and navigation.
Well, that's pretty exciting. We just managed to get 13 charts digitized for 325 pesos.
Yeah, so about $16 for the big format scans. Super quick, super easy, awesome.
We'll play around with that a bit tonight on the computer, and if that all goes well, I think we might come back down tomorrow or the next day. We've got access to a whole bunch of awesome charts at that cruiser's comfort thing in La Cruz.
Yeah, PV Sailing.
They were able to digitize these in no time at all. And if everything goes right, we should be able to calibrate them and put them in as a digital chart to use in our charting software.
Yeah, in our OpenCPN, which is pretty awesome considering there's this giant library here of charts.
Saves us having to carry all the big paper charts and everything like that, but yet still have actual charts.
Yeah.
Then again, some of these charts were like 1947 or something.
Old,
so,
but
yeah.
Hopefully the land hasn't moved too much.
Exactly, yeah.
Now we are headed down around the corner here. We're keeping our fingers crossed
Voila.
we find it. There's supposed to be a place that has foam, and we need some glue for our mattress.
Yeah, the foam we got in San Diego unfortunately did not stay together like it should have. We're not sure why it didn't. And the adhesive spray we tried to have Drea bring down didn't work because you can't fly with it.
Couldn't come on the plane because it's too flammable.
So we're in downtown Vallarta, Puerto Vallarta area, which is just south of kind of Nueve Vallarta. And we're going to go find this foam place somewhere before we head off to a seminar that we're probably going to be late for.
Yes.
Hillary's in the medical office behind me here getting ourselves hooked up with some medication. It's supposed to be a 24-hour medical office, but we got here, it was locked up and no one was home, even with the open sign on. After waiting for about half an hour, a bloke showed up in his singlet, shorts and some thongs and unlocked the door. So he's the one helping us out now. What we're doing in there is we're getting hooked up with some anesthetic injections that we can have on the boat. Also, we're going to have some codeine for stronger pain relief if we needed it. As well as I think some newer antibiotics because ours are probably getting close to expiring. I was also going to get a tetanus shot, but bummer, I don't get an injection because they can't get into the locker until the morning. So we'll see if I have to do that later on.
After attending an offshore medical Q&A with a local doctor, we went back to visit his clinic and stock our first aid kit.
Okay.
This is antibiotics, yeah?
Yeah.
This is for respiratory system,
Okay.
for throat, ears,
Sí.
or bronchitis.
Sí.
And this is medication control. In the pharmacy, they have a control with this medication.
Okay, Hillary's got the prescriptions here.
Right here.
And we're going to get some drugs. So I was telling you how the guy showed up in his singlet and shorts.
Yeah, we've been waiting. Well, it turns out he wasn't he works there. He's a doctor there, but he was just like running into the office to like pick something up or something and realized no one was there on duty, so he helped us out.
But he wrote us a bunch of prescriptions. So
He did. He was really nice and helpful.
Yeah.
Serían 1,300.
Always helpful. We've made friends in the boatyard and now they're here in a marina. We can tie up right here.
Yeah, right at the dock. Much shorter row.
Saves us. It was a long row around otherwise, and we're going to head into town today. So a little bit less walking is always good. A little bit less rowing.
Less
too.
rowing and walking.
And a nice safe spot for the dinghy.
Back on another long trek into town, we were on our way to run some more errands, which, after our success with the charts, included scanning 38 more, as well as our continuous, fruitless search for Wi-Fi here in Banderas Bay.
That was a failed experiment. We stopped at a Starbucks to see if we could get some Wi-Fi to upload.
Wi-Fi was terrible, and
Just
we had
as
no
bad.
cell data there somehow.
Yep.
Search continues.
This is how we upload our videos sometimes. Mobile phone data here tethered to a laptop sitting in our lap
While on the
we're
bus.
on the bus. Fun times. We're going to have to get off in a minute, so we're going to have to pack all this up and continue along the way.
Yeah. The last thing on our list of errands before heading out for our passage north was stocking up on provisions. Usually, we purchase lots of long-lasting produce, such as onions, potatoes, peppers, limes, and apples, along with a small supply of shorter life items, such as cilantro, tomatoes, and bananas. Here in Mexico, instead of chips, we have resorted to buying tostadas, which are basically a small, crispy fried corn tortilla. We find these take up much less space than a bag of chips and can easily be broken up to make tortilla chips.
The little deli, we didn't get time to go into town to go to one of the carnicerias.
Yeah, so we're just at the grocery store, but they're chopping up the meat for us.
We're getting quite a bit. We're getting like 3.5 kilos of chicken.
2.5 kilos of steak.
Chopped steak, yeah, like chunk steak. 2.5 kilos of ground beef steak.
And then some ground pork as well.
Ground pork as well, yeah. And we're going to try and can that up and get all that done in time and get back for our seminar, because I think we're running out of time.
Checking out, we try to load as much as we can in our backpacks, saving on the plastic and making it all easier to carry back to the boat. But inevitably, we always have a few bulky items that just won't fit. Back at the boat, just when we think we're done with provisioning, one last job remains. As we unload our bags, everything must get stowed in its special place, whether that be in a cupboard, hammock, or airtight container. All of our produce we wash in salt water with a little bit of bleach for disinfectant. And all that meat we bought, Ty got right to canning it, browning it off before packing it in jars to be placed in our pressure canner for an hour, 8 jars at a time. A long job that went well into the night.
Now that's a lot of bloody meat.
A lot of meat. We got 7 cans of chicken, 6 cans of steak, 5 cans of ground beef, and 5 cans of ground pork. Good stuff.
Certainly enough to last us until we see you guys next time. So until then, thanks very much. Leave a comment below. Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed.
Huge thanks to all of our subscribers, our patrons, our followers, and until next time, adios!
Cheers! Anesthetic injections? Anesthetic? Anesthesia? Anesthetic? Yeah. Push.